My name's Martin Tate and I'm the College Principal at Masada College. I'm here today with Danielle Bloomberg, our Head of Junior School, who also oversees Masada Cottage, our ELC. I'll ask Danielle just to say a few words about herself before we start.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I started my career in Australia at Mount Sinai College and then moved to Kambala, both schools in the eastern suburbs. And then I was very nicely wooed over to Masada College because of the values of the community that brought me here 5 years ago. And I have not looked back since I moved over. It's a great area and a great school to be with. I pride myself on partnering with parents, students and staff to ensure that all of our students reach their potential. I'm invested as an educator and as a parent, as I have both my girls at school.
Right. Having those two perspectives is really important, parent and educator. And the first question that we have online is, what's the philosophy behind the ELC educational program?
Sure. So we structure around play-based learning and we follow the children's interests, and we also plan intentional learning experiences. When parents walk through the centre, it may look like the kids are just playing. However, play-based learning is infused into every activity. We have our staff with the children, directing and nurturing them at every level. We work in partnership with parents, and that means that we are in a unique position of learning about their children's interests and planning educational opportunities to best suit their child.
So this partnership, I know, it's something very special to Masada between the parents and obviously the school, and something that we continue to work upon, right? And that's really across both the ELC and the junior school. Another question that's just been asked is, what does a typical day look like at the ELC?
So we begin and end our days with family groupings. Being a community school, it's really nice to enable siblings to be together, cousins to be together, and to see the children interacting across the ages. We have every class has Hebrew and Jewish studies lesson every day, and then teachers integrate learning into the daily program with a variety of creative activities where they transfer knowledge and skills to the children. Specialist teachers with music, sport and Hebrew means that the learning can be intentional and targeted towards the children's needs. And we integrate movement and music into our daily programs, and children experience a rich tapestry of experience from a variety of staff.
So one of those real points of difference at Masada is obviously not only what happens down in the ELC with the teachers, but also the specialist teachers. And that happens across obviously both the junior school and also in the ELC. We're very fortunate. Mm. We have a question online. What does our outdoor educational program look like?
Yeah, sure. So we ensure that our play sessions, both inside and outside, are not cut short. We really like our children to delve into their activities without the constant interruption to move on. It enables them to further their play and to encourage those inquiry minds to just keep going and going, which is excellent. We have a new outdoor area that's built from real life materials, and it's based on conversations with the children. We encourage risky play, particularly in those areas, and we have a loose part area, which is now part of our outdoor program as well. We encourage creativity, and possibilities are endless with all of these equipment that they have there. And we love seeing the children using their imagination, because there's no right or wrong way to play.
No right or wrong way to play. Using your imagination, creativity, and obviously the importance of risky play. But what else are we also? It starts with R. There's another word that obviously we always work towards with our students. Yeah,
sure. Look, all of these experiences really build towards that resilience I think you're aiming for there.
Absolutely.
It's really something that we, as everybody does, but we really do encourage our children and build that with them.
Dan, can you answer these questions for those online? What are the hours of operation? Is the centre eligible for rebates, that is the childcare subsidy and the childcare benefit?
Yeah, sure. So our hours of operation, we're open from 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. You can parents can select to use a short day, which is arriving anytime after 7:30 a.m. and picking up before 4:30 p.m. Or you can have a long day, which means you collect your children by 6 p.m. The costs are different depending on the hours that you select, and you can choose between short days for one day and long day for another. We're very flexible to accommodate for our families' needs, and these can all be changed and be booked 4 weeks in advance. So we just need 4 weeks notice, and we can make sure that your needs are being met. And yes, we are eligible for both the childcare subsidy and the childcare benefit.
And obviously that flexibility is really important to parents. You've had both girls down in the ELC. How have you found, obviously, those?
I've been very lucky. Working full time, my children have been there from 7:30 to 6, and the care is fantastic. My children have been there full time. and have absolutely loved every moment. There's been no negative impact on them, and it's been great.
What does the school readiness program look like at Masada?
This is a very, very popular question. I get asked this all the time. So we have many elements to our school readiness program at Masada. We're very lucky in that we are connected to the junior school. And so being all on one site, we're able to start that integration at the beginning of the year prior to their students coming to school. We have lunchbox buddies where they interact with their Year 5 buddies. We have junior school assemblies that the ELC students come to, so they get to know the workings of the school. They get to become familiar with the teachers. We celebrate Hagim together, and our children, 4-year-olds, are involved in our Year 5 shtetl production every year, which is a lovely thing to see as well. In the second half of the year, our ELC teachers teach a phonemic awareness program called Prelit, which is written by Macquarie Uni, and there's some excellent science base behind why we do that. It doesn't focus on reading per se, although some children will be able to read by the end of that Prelit program. And we do focus really on more functional skills rather than the academic skills. Students who are entering our kindergarten class have 3 different transition days. They get to learn the routines of junior school, they get to meet their kindergarten teacher, and they get to host those days within their kindergarten classroom. They learn where the toilets is, which is always a sense of anxiety for our children, and they get to really see what the junior school offers and how that works. Our junior school teachers and our ELC staff observe the students as well, and they meet together to ensure that all relevant learning needs are transferred about these students. We also encourage our students to attend the holiday care that we have here on site in the January holidays. And again, it just builds that familiarity with the site that they will be coming to school on. And all of this puts together a seamless transition to the junior school, and our children come in really settled and they're really lucky.
Plenty happening.
Yeah,
lots happened between the ELC and obviously that connection between the teachers in the ELC and also the junior school. A lot of conversation because some students come up with different, obviously, strengths, but also some challenges as well. So the communication is really important. This is a good question. Just come through. What's the child to teacher ratio in each of the classrooms in the ELC?
Sure. So we staff our children in our rainbow room, which is our 2-year-old room. We have a ratio of 1 to 5. And then in our other rooms, we do the ratio of 1 to 10. So one teacher to 10 children, sorry. Most daycare centres staff as an overall centre, so they look at how many children there are overall. Whereas at Masada Cottage, we really look at the ratio per room. So we have 4 different rooms, and so we ratio based on those rooms. We also have additional staff during busy times when the children are having lunch or where they're getting ready for rest time. Use consistent staff in each of the rooms so the children are comfortable and know their caregivers. Each room has a qualified early childhood teacher, and programs are differentiated according to the ages. So equipment may be used across the centre differently in each room, even though it's the same equipment, and it just depends on the age and stage of the children. We have advantages over other centres because we are attached to the school, and so we have access to the junior school staff, and we work with our kindergarten to Year 2 children often, and we also have our specialist teachers. So our sport teachers come from the junior school, and our music teachers also come from the junior school, and it really has that added benefit.
I always think of consistency of teachers and the importance of that routine for little people. Obviously, that happens all the time in the ELC, which is really positive. I think we've answered most of the questions, and I'm sure there'll be more questions that'll come following up on our live chat tomorrow. But thank you very much for being with us, Dan. Let's now watch our kindergarten video.
Thank you.